Howdy guys, lovely to see you all again. I was feeling a little grungy after the gym this morning and I thought, Shine by Collective Soul. There's a delightful mid-90s gym. Anyway, let's take a look at this delightful solo. Alright guys, before we get too excited, we just need to talk about the tuning, which is drop C sharp, which goes C sharp, G sharp, C sharp again, F sharp, A sharp, D sharp. So get yourself in tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's have a look at the first section. We're going to start off with a pentatonic idea with what would be in standard tuning D minor. I'm doing a lot of bluesy double stop ideas. We're going to start with this phrase. I'm playing exactly the same thing twice. I've got a slight mute playing 10-12 on the 4th string, and then I'm jumping to that double stop on 10 of the 2nd and the 3rd string, back to 12 of the 4th, and then resolving to 10 of the 3rd and the 2nd string again with that double stop. So all together we're going to have this. There's 5 sort of notes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to repeat that twice. It does a similar idea, but I only have 4 notes. So this time the double stop goes straight to 12 on the 4th string. We end that. I only have 4 notes here. I'll play that slowly. I'm playing 10-12 on the 4th, the double stop on 10 of the 2nd and the 3rd string, and then back to 12 of the 4th string. So we're going to have 2 groups of 5 and a group of 4. Then I work into this phrase. Okay, so I'm going to work through this little loop of 3. I've got sort of the 2 mini chords and a single note. I've got 3 notes, sort of 3 strums of that, and I'm going to do that phrase 4 times. Let's slow that down. I've got a double stop playing 12 of the 2nd and the 3rd, and then 10 of the 2nd and the 3rd, and then playing 12 of the 4th string as a single note, and I'm going to do that sort of circular motion 4 times. At the end of that, I've got a double stop on 10 of the 2nd and the 3rd string again, and then I'm doing a double stop from 12 of the 3rd and the 4th string with a cheeky slide. So it'll do the round of the circles, the group of 3 notes in a group of 4. A bit complicated to say, but the 3 note groupings 4 times, and then those last 2 notes. So from the start, we should have this now. Hopefully that's all making sense. And yes, that is one of my catchphrases. Stop giving me crap about it. It is just the way I speak. Now we'll work into this crazy pentatonic phrase. Now you will notice I've got this stupid stretch at the start because where my once normal pentatonic shape would be, I do have the drop tuning here. So I have to move this over because now 12 and 10 are a perfect 4th apart, and that screws everything up. There is a good chance that the gentleman who wrote this song recorded the solo in a more standard straight tuning, but if you want to play the whole song from start to finish in drop C sharp, you're going to have to do this silly fingering. So I apologize. Let's start off by working through it slowly. I'm going to hammer on from 12 to 15 on the 6th string. Then I want to play 10 of the 5th back to 15 of the 6th. At the end of that, I've got a double hammer on from 10 to 12 on the 5th string. Okay, then I want to hit the hammer on again. I'm going to do 10 to 12 on the 5th one more time, and then a double on the 4th. That's 10 to 12 there, and then I'm playing 10 of the 3rd string, back up to 12 of the 4th. All together. Hopefully that's making sense. And then I go to this. I've got a double hammer on from 10 to 12 on the 3rd string. Then I want to play 10 of the 2nd string to 10 of the 3rd. And then that's going to end with a hammer on from 10 to 12. 10 to 13 on the 2nd string. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got so far. Okay, there's one more group of sort of quick 16th notes in a group of 8, I guess, what we've been working through. Let's slow that down. I'm going to be playing 10 to 13 on the second string and then jumping to 10 to the first. And then I go like this. So what I'm doing there is I'm doing 10 to 13 on the second string and then playing 10 of the first string. And then I want to go back, which is playing 10, 13 on the second string. And then it goes, and that's going 13, 10, 13 on the first string. Sort of go. Let's try that whole pentatonic run and then we'll work through that last bit with the slide taps and then we'll put it all together. Okay, then from that point, I've got a quick tap playing 15 with the tap and then I'm pulling off 13, 10. Then I do the same thing again, but I've got the slide tap which is going to take a little bit longer but the same pull off. At the end of that, I'm going to this. What I've got here is a bend from 13 of the first string. I want to hit it 3 times at the top. 1, 2, 3. And then it comes down. So I got bend, 1, 2, 3 on the 4th pick. I bend it down and pull off to 10. And then I jump to 13 of the second string back to 10 of the first. And then I'm going to use this leading note from 13 of the second string to work into the next phrase. That'll be section 2. So let's try that all again, nice and slowly at a gentleman's pace. One more time with some tabs. All right, guys, let's have a look at the second and final section. I'm going to start with this phrase. So I've got this sort of mini kind of vibrato semitone bends. I'm going to start off with this phrase. I'm playing 15 of the second string and playing 13 of the first. Then I play 15, 13 on the second. I've got our first little bend. And then it goes into this. So it's very similar. I'm going to start by playing 13, 15 on the second string, and then I'm going to play 13 of the first string. And then this one goes 15, 13, 15 on the second string. So it goes. At the end of that, I've got another one of those bends. So this is what we should have thus far. Okay, then it works into this. Let's slow that down. So it's going to go 13, 2 15s, and then back to 13 on the second string. At the end of that, another 15, 13. This is a very, very hard bit, I think, because they're all so similar with slight variations and it sounds, you know, quite same-ish. So remembering the variations is a little bit tricky. I would prescribe lots of listening to the track more than playing it till you bang your head against the wall. So we've got a very, very similar start here. So I'm doing 13, 2 15s and a 13. Then 15, 13 again. Then it works into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm playing 16, 13 on the first string as a pull-off, then 15, 13 as a pull-off. At the end of that, 15 of the second string, 13 of the first, and then a pull-off from 15 to 13 on the second string, so it goes. Let's try the first half of this section all together. Okay. Then it starts to get a little bit faster, a bit more 16th-y and semi-quavery. It goes like this. All right, so what I've got here, I'm pulling off 14 to 13 on the second string, jumping to 14 of the third, back down to 13 of the second string. At the end of that, 2 pull-offs from 14 to 13 on the third string, and I work into this. Let's slow that down. I'm hammering 10, 12, 10 with the pull-off on the third string, and then 12, 10, 12 on the fourth as a pull-off into a hammer. At the end of that, another hammer on from 10 to 12, and that will be the end of that bar. That kind of works into a bend. So from the start of this, hopefully that's all making sense. Then I work into this. So I bend in from 12 of the third string, and then the cheeky pinky comes in on 13 of the second string. And then I'll hit the 12 twice at the top, but the second time I hit it, I bend it down into a pull-off. At the end of that, it goes into this. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing 12 of the fourth, 10 of the third, 12 of the fourth, and then a double stop on 10 of the second and the third string. So it goes, then it goes like this. So I'm playing 10, 12 on the fourth string, and then a double stop going 12 to 10 on the second and the third. So we got, at the end of that, I've got 2 12s on the fourth, lightly muted, double stop on 10 of the second and the third string, and then we resolve that on 12, 10 on the fourth string. So we've got, and that is the whole solo. So let's go right back to the start, play it at a gentleman's pace, and then again even slow with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that was the delightful solo from Shine. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you want tabs to this lesson and anything else that I've done, please click the links in the description box to join up with the Patreon crew, where you get tabs, courses, and other free stuff. It's big funsies. Also, I have 2 books out now. I'm always advertising them, but what the hell? I have Ultimate Shred Machine out now if you want to up your chops in shredding, sweeping, legato, and tapping. And I have my second book out now, Rock Guitar Mode Mastery, is out now if you want to up your understanding of modes in compositions and improvisations. And if you are not much of a reader, both courses are available on Udemy as well. Anyway, it was lovely to see you all again. I'll catch you all for some more delightful lessons very soon. Take care.